Hi, I'm Paul, and I teach anatomy and physiology, and today I'm going to teach you the anatomy of the lower foot, or the foot. Sorry. So, we've already gone over the lower leg, which is what I meant, but we're going to cover that real quick. There's the tibia, there's your fibula, and there's the diathesis, which makes up the shaft of these long bones, and the epiphysis, or epiphysi, which make up the ends. Real quick. Fibula, tibia, epiphysis, diaphysis, and we move into what's called the malleolus, which you know better as the ankles. Remember, this is the left leg, okay? So the ankles are not actual ankle bones. They're really the tibia and the fibula. It's the it's the medial epiphysis of the tibia, makes up your medial malleolus, which is the inside ankle bone, which medial means midline or close to the midline, nearest to the midline. Lateral, in this case your fibula, the lateral malleolus is your outside ankle bone, and lateral means away from midline. So you've got your lateral and medial malleoli and your tibia and fibula. So you learned something there, I hope. And that's malleolus. Okay, so I may have to read off my card a bit for this next section, but it's I think it'll be worth it, I hope. So, the foot itself. It's made up of a lot of bones, but they're pretty simple to follow if you know a mnemonic. And your mnemonic is, the crayon now marks inside lines clearly. That's your mnemonic. So what happens is this mnemonic we're going to use is just for the bones from here to here. Okay? Just for these, from here to here. These are your metatarsals, and these are your phalanges, or your digits. So we're not going to worry about these for now, but we're just going to focus on these. So, the crayon now marks inside lines clearly. Oh, I love mnemonics. I don't use them myself, but I love to teach with them. That's why I have to look at the card. So, the talus. This is the talus bone, T-A-L-U-S, and I'll show you here in a second. So that's the talus bone, okay? Then, C, crayons, so that's the calcaneus. You notice the heel bone, okay? There it is, the heel. Let's see, navicular, N. So that is here, and that will move into here in a second, towards your metatarsals. Then we go into the cuneiform bones. The cuneiform bones are little, they're right here. So you have or marks inside lines. So those are medial, which we just talked about, intermediate, and lateral, and these are the three cuneiform bones. Medial, intermediate, and lateral. And then finally the cuboid bone, which is the last one, and that is right here. It looks like a cube, so you can see it. Here it is from the other, or from the plantar surface. So, one more time. The crayon now marks inside lines clearly. The crayon marks, or the crayon now marks inside lines clearly. And there it is. Those are the bones that make up the initial part of your foot, right there. By the way, when you're standing normal and you flex your toes up towards you, that's called dorsiflexion. When you point your toes, that's plantar flexion. We'll get into that in the next one. So now you know the mnemonic you need for the bones that make up the foot. Now let's talk about the metatarsals and the phalanges. There are 5, obviously, 5 toes. That's pretty straightforward. They're numbered 1 through 5 in Roman numerals. So the first one would be medial. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, like I said, Roman numerals. And then you have the 5 toes, the phalanges. And phalanges mean, in Greek, it means line of soldiers. So the Greeks had a sense of humor. Your hallux, which is your big toe, has 2 joints, and your other toes, the other phalanges, have 3. So that's why your toes can do this and get all scrunchy. So real quick, don't forget, the crayon now marks inside lines clearly. Don't forget your lovely foot. Don't forget plantar and dorsiflexion. And don't forget to tune in next time. Thanks. Bye.